Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lulua Tech Designs, and I'm your boy Lulua Mark. We are back with the second part of our project. This is a 3-bedroom house, and it's a bungalow. So we moved up to this far. This is the floor plan. We did basically the walls. We also learned how to edit the floor plan, how to set the stories, how to set the interface of ArchiCAD. I remember telling you I'm using ArchiCAD 28, and I showed you almost all the tools that you need to know when it comes to navigating or playing around ArchiCAD 28. But of course, even if you're using a different version, the interface may look a little bit different, but most of the tools are really the same. And when you come to the 3D, this is where we left the project. This is where we left the project, and I promise that when we resume this project, we shall be doing the wall openings. That is exactly what we are going to start now. And the first wall opening we are going to create is a door, special this entrance door. So if you want to place these components, you come to the design. The good thing with the ArchiCAD is all these components are available for you. You don't need to download anything. So you just come to the design and you see all the tools here. Now for doors, you basically go to door. If you want window, you go to windows. If you want stairs, you go to stair. All these things are here. So we shall just go to door, and the best thing we can do is just to double click on it. From here, you'll be able to see all kinds of doors that you may want to use. And from the look of things, I can just go with this, which is a double sliding door. And when you come to this part where the preview and position is, and you click on this icon that is showing 3D, you'll be able to see the material of the door. You can see it is wooden and with some bit of glass. And of course, you can change a lot of things here depending on what you want to have as your ideal design. So for now, I believe we can simply change a few things. For example, the height here, I want it to be 2.5. That is 2.5. And then this width, for now, I could even say it should be 2.5, or let's say 3, since it is let it be 3. It is going to be a little bit large. So you can see every change you are making will be shown here in the preview. And then I'm going to just collapse this like that, and then I'll open the hinged door. Now I think it will be better if we have that and still do this, but I think it will not be possible to open two items. So from here you can change a lot of things. For example, this is the grid. If you want to change the grids, you can come and change from here. For me, I don't want to have a grid, that's why I'll leave mine like that. Then when you keep moving through these buttons, when you click here, you'll be able to see the frame styles and dimensions. You can decide to change whatever thing you want to change here. Then when you click further, you'll be able to see natural ventilation. If you click that, it will create some space over the frame to allow air to pass through. And then when you continue, this is still door leave type. So here you can change whatever thing you want, which shows the grid as well. And then from here, there's the handle. If you click on this none, you'll be able to see all the handles you want. You can pick any handle, for example, this handle 3, and where the handle is going to be, it can be outside or both outside and inside. just like that. When I continue, I will be able to see the leaf and the sash dimensions, which I think I don't need now. Then when I come to this side light sash type, you can still change things here if you want to have sash. When we continue, this will show opening type, which we don't need for this project. And then here you'll be able to see the model attributes, of course, what material this door is made out of. Now, for example, the frame outside from wood, and I'm going to just click here. You can just click on this, and then you search for the material you want. I want steel. I want my door to be steel, so I'll look for this I guess this metal steel. And the frame inside, I'll also just go to this part. I'll still search for metal steel, which is the stainless. I think this will be the same. I should look for the same, just that. And then the leaf inside, I'll also go for metal because I want to have this door entirely metal and the glass. And then the leaf inside, I'm still going to change this to metal, still metal, just like that. And then the leaf glass is going to be glass, and the glass I want is this blue glass. I'll change that. The sash, I'll also put this blue glass. So the handle will be stainless steel. Then the kickboard outside, the kickboard inside, all these are stainless steels. And I think for now that's what we can change here. The rest I think are okay. So let me just click OK. Then I come and place this door here. I'll place it around here, just like that. I make sure after clicking you don't leave it yet, so that you can be able to have the freedom to flip it either inside or outside. Now this one means if it is showing there, the door will be opened inside. And then when you put it like this, that means the door will be swinged outside. And for your information, every exterior door has to be swinged outside. You can't swing exterior door inside. So I'll place it here just like that. Then I'll pick my arrow and then I'll click on the door. I'll click just around there. I make sure this part here, I think, should be just 100 closer to the wall, just like that. And then when you come to your 3D, you should be able to see a door that looks like this. You see that? It's this door that we have created. Now these orange lines are just ArchiCAD lines that you can deal with. If you don't want it completely, you can remove it. And also this wood I'm seeing around here, which is almost acting like, I think, door frame. So basically that is what you can do for a door. And you can experiment a lot of settings on your own, because there are a lot of settings. You can customize this door the way you want, and it's just through the settings that we have gone through that you can be able to change a lot. So now we have successfully placed one door, and then now we can place other doors, because now we need interior doors. I will still come to doors, which is the door tool. This time we shall just look for an interior door. Of course, interior doors are not really that big, so this one here can actually work for me. When you come to the preview and positioning, and you see here it is still showing wood, and you can choose to have it wood all over. Let's try and do that. And of course the height has to be 2.5, because all the walls, I mean all the wall openings are going to have the head height of 2.5. When you come to the hinge and door settings, when you go to this grid, we can leave it the way it is. Then when I go further, here the handle, the handle can still be number 3. I think we use this one here for the other, and it can be both inside and outside. And then when we continue now, for example, now I can change all this to wood for you to see that we can also have wood all over. So where are the glasses? This can also be wood. I'm seeing pine wood. Let me just search for that pine wood. So that pine wood, and then I think that is the only glass we have. So when I say okay, oh, you can even tick here, by the way. You can tick here and have everything uniform. So I will click OK, then I'll come and place one here, and all the interior doors are supposed to open inside, just like that. Supposed to open inside. Then this one can open here like this. And then this one here, I think, can open from here just like that. Then for this one here, it can be maybe around here, maybe around there, just like that. And then there's also another door here. We need a door here, something like that. And then where else? I think we need a door here. This one will open from here, and then there's also a door that is going to, we shall use it to escape from this house in case of trouble. That means we need a door that side. So there's going to be another door here, just like that. I think those are the doors that we need in this house. So when you come to your 3D, you should be able to see these doors. You see now, these are wooden doors. These are wooden doors, and I think they are all fine. The good thing with the ArchiCAD is you can actually move through houses and see what is inside. Unlike Revit, you can't do this. With ArchiCAD, you can go past the wall and you see what is taking place inside. Now that we have placed all our doors, the next thing we are going to do is basically having a slab for our floor. So if you want to create a slab, remember we had these lines. We created these lines. So these lines are going to help us to create a slab really fast. So all you need to do is you come to your slab. Before I do that, I'm going to move this one a little bit. So to move it, we shall just Control D. That is to drag it. Then I'll drag it at let's say 500. And then I'll select all of them using the shift, just like that. Then of course I'll come to the intersect. I'll intersect them like that. I think I also need to move this one a little bit. Control D. I also move it at 500, just like that. The same this side. We shall move this with the Control D, 500, so that we have some bit of space around the house. So I'm holding on shift as I select all of them. Then I'll come to my intersect to connect all of them together. Now we can come to our slab tool, which is still under designs. So when I double click, it will be able to show me this, and then I'll select this structure. And the thickness of this slab, I'm going to use 150 millimeters. And the floor is of course the current floor, which is the ground floor. And the concrete structure is this. We're using the concrete structure. Then when you come to model, When you come to model, you click on this, then you can now change these materials. You click on one because we want tile, or you can say floor. You just write floor. I believe it will be able to show you what you need for floors. There's flooring here. I'm seeing carpet. Let me try this, and then I'll just interlink all of them. But this color is not ideal for me. I think I can go with this. So let's try and just basically this is what I want to set here, because there's nothing really much we can do in terms of setting the slab, because we already have the structure, which is concrete, and this carpet is basically the finishing on top. We already have the thickness here, so there's nothing big left. So when I click OK, and then all we are going to do, we need to just press on our space bar. You press on your space bar, and you will see it will give you that behavior of the cursor. The cursor will turn into like something that is going to spread, maybe a paint, something like that. So it will detect those lines that we created, and it will paste the slab inside the lines that we created. So when I just click on my space bar and I click here, it will just paste the slab there, and that is really it. So when I come to my 3D, you should be able to see a slab. You see that? That is how easy it is to place a slab in AutoCAD. You just make sure you create lines, and the lines play, as I told you, lines play a lot of roles in AutoCAD. It can make life easier for you. So when you have lines, you basically create things really quick. But without lines, you could still do that. For example, I can just click on slab. From here, I can select this or this. Then I'll just come. I'll just draw one outside here. I can just draw one like that. It will still draw the same floor, which is here. When you come to the 3D, you should be able to see another floor that we have drawn there. You see that? So that is another way you can draw it, but I prefer to use lines because lines can easily guide you. First of all, you have your dimensions ready, so you don't need to fidget with what you are going to draw. So now we have already created our slab. That means we can now place things inside our house. We can now start placing things inside here. So to place things or objects, we have the objects which is in design still. So when you double click, you should be able to see all kinds of objects. Up here you can see appliances, bathroom accessories, beds, cabinets, chairs, all these things, cots, and all these, they are all there for you. So with the AutoCAD, you don't struggle with libraries, unlike Revit. So you see all these chairs, you can use them the way you want. So now I can simply, there's actually one that comes as a set. It has all those chairs, tables, and everything, but I really don't know the name. So I'm trying to scroll around to see if I can get it. Hopefully I'll land on it. Cots and sofas. Here I can't see it. And then where else? Let me just look for seats like that. It will bring us to this. There are these different types. So as we keep looking around, I can see, now it is here, the sofa layout. Now this one helps us. It comes as a set with all the chairs ready. So the bottom offset to home is 5 is 100. I think supposed to be just 0. So be on the ground floor. So I'll just click. You can change a lot of things here. The layout, first of all, you can remove, you can add, you can remove, you can add. So you can add anything you want here. You can even change the number of chairs, seats. You can include the chair, things like that. See that? So this side you can have armed chair, sofas, just like that. You can play around with this. And then when you come to the model, I'm seeing here, it gives a general what? There's a general material that it gives us. And if you want to change anything here, you can change it. You can give it fabrics or whatever thing you want to give. Then the floor plan or section is basically the colors that you will see from the ground floor, like the green color you will see. So with this I can click OK. I'll just come and place it here like that. See that? We already have our sofa set layout. So now you can move this wherever you want with the Control D and move it anywhere you want. For example, I can just move it here, just like that. See that? So now you remember the layout I talked about, the colors that you'll be seeing on the floor plan. So these are the colors. So when you come to the 3D, you should be able to see something like this. It is showing all green because we selected the green. I remember we did not change the color, so we can change that if we wish to. After selecting it from here, you can just Control T to go to the settings. You can come to the floor plan. So these colors you can change them the way you want: cut pen, background, sample line. So you can change this thing to whatever colors you want. So that let me see, something like that, like this, like that. So what else can we change here? Override subject lines. Let me see. Now when we change the colors, this is what you will see. So basically that is it for those chairs. You come to your ground floor, you can place more things from the object tool. Then after chairs, we want a dining set. If you come to dining set, you should be able to find these sets all here. So we shall simply go with this first one here. And in the preview and positioning, you can also change a lot here if you wish to. First of all, let's see these dimensions. You can change them. You can increase the height, you can increase the length. So all these are free for you to really change. And then from the dining table rectangle settings, you can input more chairs, remove, you can say a wheelchair. Then there's this wheelchair, there's, like, you can just change a lot of things here depending on the layout you want. And then in the floor plan, the same thing we did. The colors that will be shown should be a little bit friendly. Should be a little bit friendly. Then in the model, I'll just leave it at that, but this is basically the material. You can change it to the material you want. Then I can click OK. Then I come and place it where the dining is. So with the arrow, I can click on that, and then Control D to move it where I want it to move. Now you can align this with the dining set and the living set. You can align them using the line tool. When you come to the documents and you look for this line, I can draw a line here, just like that. Then I move this line by Control D, and you try to find a middle part where you think I think there can be a good one. So you can align this. You make sure this black point is exactly on the line. You just drag it like that, it will sit on the line. The same with this, you can just drag it from here, drag it, you put it there. Now these ones are perfectly aligning together. That's how you can align things in your house so that your components look uniform in terms of their alignment. So we are going to place more components. Please make sure you keep saving your work so that you don't lose the progress thus far. So we are going for objects again. This time I'm looking for kitchen layout. I want kitchen layout. We have this so you can just click this kitchen layout, you come and change things from here. That is the layout we have so far. So when you come to this kitchen settings, you can have all the options. When you click on this drop down, you can have the straight, you can have U-shape, there's L-shaped, U-shaped, there's gallery, there's island, and this custom, you can customize it the way you want. I'll go with I think this island, and see what it has for us. In the model, I'll leave it at that. Then the floor plan section, I think this one has already been changed. So when I click OK and I just place my kitchen here, you'll see it has this. It is a little bit long. It is a little bit long. So now we can change some things here. When I select it, I click on Control T. So it will take me back to the settings. When you come to preview and positioning, let me see what we have. I'm seeing this one is not active. This part is not active. For editing, the width and the height. So let's first come to this kitchen settings. So now you can change some things here. You can add, you can remove certain components and add certain components. Let me keep looking further. Not there. Let's see. It's so what I'll do, I'll look for another one. Instead of the island, I can go with the street. So like here, you can see the tall cabinets. You can increase the numbers here. You can increase the numbers here. You can wall cabinets. You can increase the numbers here if you wish to. And the dimensions, you can increase or reduce from here. Just like that. When I click OK, I see now it is a straight one, but still we need it to fit along this line. But I think for our design, it will be better if we use the L shape, because we have this space and then this one here. So I'll still Control T to go to the setting. I'll try and use the L shape. Oh, this one. Let me see what they'll give us. Not quite. So you try this and you get what fits your design. Now the L shape is here, but I'll need to rotate it so that I have it in a way it can sit properly in our design. So I'll control R to rotate it. I'll first of all draw a line like this, then I'll rotate that, and then let's see what is missing. Let me control D to just bring it inside, something like that. And then okay, now I know what to do. I'll control T, then I'll change this to the straight one. I'll click OK, and then I can delete some things here. Or you can drag from here. You see this part here, you can just pick on it and you drag, bring it here to reduce the size. Then I can control D to drag it inside, something like that. Then of course you can increase the numbers of these components with the control T. So I have segments 2. Let me see. Now when you are here in the accessories, you can remove certain things. For example, we have the cooktops. There's one. Refrigerator, we have one. Sink, one. Dishwasher, one. Washers, one. I think we don't need washers, since we have dishwashers and washers are the same things. And I believe sink and the dishwashers are almost, I think those are the same stuff. So when I remove that, I click OK, you'll be able to see a gap here. Now we can fill this one up, right? So all you need is you just click on this, you drag it this side, then you bring that one here, just like that. Then I can control D to move this one inside, just like that, just like that. Now if I want a lot of these, I can just simply click this, then I will control Shift R, that is to rotate a copy. So just like this, I can rotate a copy. See that? Then I'll control D to move it there, just like that. Now for this one, I can control T to go to the setting, then I'll remove other things. I can remove the refrigerator, which is already there. And then maybe that. Let me just click OK. Then this one, I can just bring it here. Then I bring this one here, something like that. Then I can control D to drag it a little bit here, just like that. So this is how you can try to play around this kitchen layout if it is disturbing you. And then this one, I can still actually play around with it. I can bring it like that, like that. So yeah, the kitchen is, I think, looking fine now. Seems to be looking fine. When we come to the 3D, we should be able to see something like that. Should be able to see something like that. Now I'm seeing this kitchen layout is sitting, it's actually in air, suspended. This part here. So you can still remove certain things here if you don't want them, because designing this is now entirely on you. You can customize it the way you want so that it fits the standard of your design. So with this design, I think now our dining or the seating arrangement here is going to change a little bit. So I'll control R to just rotate. You click one point, you draw a line, then you can start rotating at an angle of 90 degrees. You can move it like that, just there, something like that. I believe this one is better. This one looks to be better. So we shall save that and move forward. Now that we have the living room sorted, the dining sorted with the kitchen sorted, we can go to our beds. So you'll come to objects, and then I can just click on this libraries, this folder icon, then I select the beds, then we look for the beds we want. I'm seeing here there's this double bed. When we come to the review and positioning, is this bed, and we can change a lot about it here. First of all, I want this to be 2.5 by 2.5. I believe that is okay. Then custom settings on rear side. So these are things that you can change. The headboard edge, then the wood that we use, the pillows, you can add pillows here. The colors, you can give the colors here. So I can say this for the pillow. Then in the floor plan, you can change how it will appear in your project. Then in the model, of course, they give you the material you want. Of course, you can still change whatever material you want from here. So when I click OK, then I can just bring it to this part and put it there. Now this bed, I need to control D to just bring it here, this side, and I want to rotate it by control R. I'll draw a line like that, then I'll start rotating at 90 degrees. I can even write the 90 degrees here, just like that. But of course, I want it to face this side. I want it to face the wall. I'll control R again. I can draw a line from here, then I'll rotate it at 180. So like that. This part I think can be 0 so that it sits just there. Something like that. I believe that one is okay. That is our master bed. It goes into the master bedroom. Then we can come back to the objects. Then we're still placing those, beds. So there are these beds, double, but I think these ones are okay for those smaller rooms. I can use this. Then when you come to the custom settings, you have this. Let me just do the positioning. This bed, if it is this size, I think it will be better if I put here 1.2. Then this is 2. That is okay. Then custom bed, we need a pillow. That is okay. Then the model I think is generic. I'll click OK. Then I can place one here, another one there. So now you can simply do something like, let me just control D to drag this one a little bit inside and make it sit here, just like that. Then this one here, I think I'll make it to face this side. No, it can still be here. I'm using my key on the keyboard, these forward and backward keys on the keyboard. I'm not comfortable with the direction this bed is having in terms of where it is facing, because this is a washroom. I don't want it to face directly here. So but I think anyway we shall leave it at that. Now we have our beds. The next thing we are supposed to do is to have our washroom components. So we shall still come to object. This time we can still go to the library, and then we click on the bathroom accessories. Now we shall start with this. This will be for the master bedroom. All these things you can do the settings from here, from module up to all the things you want to do. So I can place one here for the master bedroom, but it is looking too big. Let me just place it there. Then I'll double click on object again. Let me look for there's hand dryer here. That's fine. I'll be able to place it around here. Then I think another one can be placed here. So for this one here, we shall need to rotate it with the control R. Can draw a line anywhere actually, just there. Then I'll rotate at 180. Then it will be there. I can move it with my arrow keys, just like that. Then the same way we have done that, I think this one is okay. It can be there. So back to objects. Then when you scroll down, there's the napkin disposer, safety railings, then shower. I think we can have this. This one will go to this room, this washroom here. And then I can control R to rotate it. I'll draw a line and then I'll rotate it at 180. Then I can control D to bring it inside, something like that. Then there it is. So back to objects. Then the toilet paper dispenser, we shall have it in all these rooms. Can have it in all these rooms. One there, another one there. So basically we are picking things that we can find. So as we continue down, those are the accessories we have. Now let's scroll down. If we can't find them, we can search for them. Now you can say toilets. You'll be able to see we have this, so we can just use that. Then can place one there, place another one here. We shall come and I think arrange them later, but I believe we can also do that right now. We can do that. So I can simply click on this. I'll control R to rotate it. You draw a line like that. You can rotate at 90 degrees. Then this one here will be 0, so that it sits on the wall. And then if it is there, that means this toilet paper has to come closer. So I can simply control shift D, that is to really move it a copy. I'll bring it here. I'll rotate it with control R. I'll draw a line like this. Then at 90 degrees, and this can be 0. You should know that these when you are seeing these green, these other lines, I don't know if it is pink, this color here is supposed to sit on the wall. Then the black ones are the face. So we shall delete this one. We can't have two in the same room. Then we can play around with this. So I can also control R, rotate, you draw a line, then you rotate, then this can be 0, just like that. So that is that for this. So what we need to have is, I think now the bath. Let me look for bath. I mean shower. We need the showers of blessings. So here we can have one here, and then we also have another one here. We need to rotate, so you simply select it, you control R, and then you can draw a line anywhere. I'll rotate it like this, 90 degrees, and you make it to sit 0 on the wall. The same thing you do this side, you control R, then you can draw a line, then you rotate this one 180, then I let it sit 0 on the wall, just like that. And then of course we still need more things in this master bedroom, so we're going to look for, I think, bathtub. Let's look for bath. So we have a bathtub here. I see it also comes with a sink like that. Then we can just place it here. That means this dryer is likely to leave this space. Then I'll control D to bring it inside. Since there's this one here, we don't need this shower. So I can simply control R to rotate it. I'll simply rotate it 180, 180. Okay. Then I control D to bring it here. I'll make sure it sits in this corner here, just like that. So that's what we have. Then maybe you can look for towel. Let me look for towel. I don't know if it is there. There's towel dispenser, I think. Yeah, there's towel dispenser here. There's towel rack. I think I'll use the towel dispenser in this master bedroom, just like that. And then this can sit 0 on the wall, just like that. So we can also have the same in the other room. I'll control Shift D to move a copy of this. To move a copy of this, I'll bring it here, just like that. So now I think that is it for the washrooms. That is it for the washrooms. Now what we need to do is to get storage for the rooms. We need now storage. So you still come to objects, you just search for storage. Storage, you should be able to see these: book safe, there's cupboard, all these stuffs. So locker, I think I'll go with the cupboard. You can still model things here, because you can change a lot of things the way you want. So I'll place them. I'll place one here, place one there, I'll place another one there. So we can now customize them the way we want. For example, when I click on this, I can control R to rotate it. I'll do this. I can rotate it like that. I think this part is supposed to be the other way. So I'll control rotate. I'll draw a line. Then I can rotate it at 180. Then I'll control D to drag it, and I'll put it in this corner here. Then of course now I can drag it all the way. I can just pick on this mark and drag it. I can make it really big if I want to, something like that. Then I can control shift D to drag a copy, because I want to have a walk-in closet here. Then I'll control R to rotate it. I'll just draw a line. I'll rotate it at 90 degrees. I'll control D to drag it and put it on that wall, just like here. Then of course I'll bring it a little bit shorter than it was. So I need to rotate a copy of this. I'll control shift R to rotate a copy of this. So like that. Then I can control D to bring it to this side. I'll try to make them fit together, or I can even bring this one all the way down here. Then the other one remains like that. Now we can have a wall that will separate this. So I'll just click on wall, then I'll draw a wall here. This will not be a load-bearing wall. Load-bearing walls are those walls that extend all the way to the roof level or ceiling level. So this wall here, I'll control T, and in the geometry and positioning, I'll make it the story not linked. Then I can make it 2.8 around there. So I can come to this adjust. I'll adjust it to this part here. Then of course I want it to align with this part here. Let me see the distance between this and that. First of all, this one has to be 0. It will be on the wall. Then I want to measure. So if you want to measure something in ArchiCAD, you come to document, you come to the dimension, then you can measure your things. So I'll measure from here, or you can just simply use this measure tool. From here to here is around 800. So I want this to align with this, so I'll click on this. I'll come to adjust. I think for now I can create a line to help me out. I'll create a line here. I'll just draw a line like this. Then I'll click on this line. From this black spot I can drag it all the way here like that. And then this one, I'll simply control D. I'll drag it and make sure it is sitting on the line so that they can perfectly align with this one here. So that's another easy way to align things. Now we can measure the distance using this measure tool. The distance from here to here, which is 860. That could be enough, but you can still increase it if you wish to, or you can reduce this one here just like that, so that you have enough space for movements here. Then at this same wall I can simply control shift D, that is to drag a copy. I can drag it here. Then I will control R to rotate it. Can draw a line from here. I'll rotate it at 90 degrees. Let me just write there 90, just like that. I hope that is okay. I'll control D to drag it here let it sit there. Then I'll bring this one by dragging it just inside here. Then this one here, I'll just simply bring it here. Then now I can drag a copy of this, control D. I think I can just drag a copy here like that. Then I'll select this one with the shift, and then I can intersect them. Then this one I can drag it here, something like that. So I've control shift D to drag a copy of this. We move the whole copy from that side. So now this one I can bring it here, and then this one I can bring it around there, just like that. So let us control shift, that is control S to save it, to save the work we have done. So now this is going to be a walk-in closet for the master bedroom. The person will enter here, you can come and change the clothes he beds, then he comes and changes the clothes, then he can simply walk out and come to his bed. That means we don't need this closet here. This, we could have a book safe or something like that. Then now for this one here, we shall drag it and bring it here. But of course I'll control R to rotate it. I can draw a line, then I'll rotate it at 180, then I'll bring it here. So I can simply drag it to this side and make it a little bit bigger. Then I can drag it still to fit in that corner, something like that. Then I need this wall to extend that side. So I'll just click on this dot here and drag it this side, like that. Then this one here can now come to this angle, just like that, like that. So that is what you can do with these storage. So just like that, you see how they are looking a little bit organized. So you can try and organize your work like that. And this door, I think I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to the wall, just like that. So when someone enters into this house, they will first see this wall, which is going to block all the views into the house. So that is the purpose of having the let me first escape. That's the purpose of having this wardrobe or cupboard here. It is to block the views. Even if this door is open, someone who has come around here cannot see what is taking place inside this house. So I think we can do the same for this side here. I'll control R to rotate it. I can draw a line here, then I'll rotate. Let me just rotate at 180, then I'll drag it and fit it in this corner. Then I want this wall to extend there, just like that. Then this one can now come and sit in this corner here. Then of course I'll extend this wall further to ensure that it properly covers it, just like that. You see that? You see that? So this is I think it for the storage. Where else do we need something? And this door, I'll also bring it a little bit closer to this wall, just like that. So now that's what we have for the storage we need in our rooms. So I remember telling you this is going to be a duct. It's not really a room. A duct is a space, an open space where all the pipes for the sewage are linked to, and from the duct it goes to the manhole. From the manhole it's supposed to go to the septic tank, then to soak pit. So this is going to be our duct. These days in the modern design they create it like a room so that it blends with the design of the house, so you can't really know if this house has pipes. We forgot this other room, so we shall simply pick this washroom or the toilet. I'll control shift D to drag a copy. I'll bring it here. Remember, this is going to be our common washroom. I'll control R to rotate it. This is going to be the common washroom. Here will be 0. Then I can move it here closer. Then whatever thing we need here, I think the toilet, control shift D. This is the toilet paper. We're going to drag a copy. Then I can place it here. Then I will control R to rotate it. So like that, we shall just rotate it. Then this will be 0. It will sit there. We also need the hand dryer with control shift D to drag a copy. The hand dryer is going to be outside here, so I'll control R to rotate it, draw a line, rotate, simple like that. And this side I can have let's say 200, bring it like that. So I can save this work just like that. Now when you, I think we have only missed to place a TV in this living room, so I can simply go back to the design. I come to object, then I'll look for television. So we have a flat TV here. Of course it needs a stand, TV stand. We have TV stands here, so we can just pick any. I'll pick this, then I'll place it let's say here. I don't know if it is okay. I'll just drag it here, or I'm going to place it here. Then I'll control R to rotate it. Then I'll rotate it like that. It has to be 0, close to the wall. Then I'll have to change some things here. The way we're going to sit, I'll select the sofa set. I'll control T to go to the setting. Then I'll come to this layout. I'll remove this. Then we shall not have a chair there. You see that? So now we have this. Then we can now go to the object and pick the flat TV. I'll just bring it here. Then I'll place it on this. Then we can select it. With the control R, we can rotate it on the table 90 degrees. Control D to drag it, and you bring it here. You control T to go to the setting, and in the preview position it can sit around 600, because I believe that is when, let's see on the 3D, where is it? Yeah, here it is. I think 600. It looks to be is in air. So now we can simply bring it down. Let's scroll there. Let's do maybe 400. 400 is again too much. Down 500. Yeah, let's leave it at 500. So now back to the ground floor. So we have placed all the components that we wanted to place in this house. Apart from this room, which is really the pantry, and the pantry usually has nothing so much apart from maybe having a fridge. So I'm changing this door's position just to be a little bit there. So basically those are the components. Today what we learned was to place openings. I remember we have not placed windows, but of course in the next part of this video we shall be placing windows, and from windows we should be able to do our facading. So what we did was to place the doors. We created the doors, then we placed all the components and furnished our rooms. Now our rooms are really furnished. All we need is now the windows. From the windows we shall do the roofing. From the roofing we shall now start our facading. And for now this is where we're going to stop with this project. And if you have come this far, I'll say congratulations, and please keep following us. Make sure you subscribe if you found these videos helpful to you, and you should also share the good news with your friends as well. And I hope to see you in the next part of this project. Thank you.